Hello everybody and welcome to my new Let's Play Shogun 2 Total War Fall of the Samurai Campaign. So, as this is the Fall of the Samurai Campaign, I am going to go Imperial. I am playing it on hard difficulty and Domination Campaign, so it will be a longer game. The goal will be to capture and hold 38 provinces, ensure at least 65 provinces are held by loyal Emperor forces, including Musashi and Yamashiro. I chose Satsuma. The initial challenge is easy, however we're playing it on the hard difficulty. Our start year will be 1864, so we have a few years to get everything that we need to and to ensure our victory. So it will be a little bit intensive in the beginning, but if we can get enough done in the very beginning, we can ride into the very last few years, not needing to do too much. So the benefits of having the Satsuma is that the administration is 5% reduction to administration costs, so that's obviously over time that's going to build up and be very useful. Our generals have a 15% increase to influence. Our westernization is a minus 10% the cost when we're dealing with foreign veterans, and our domination setting lets us begin with two provinces. So I'm hoping this will be a relatively challenging campaign. I'm hoping it will be interesting, given that this is a fairly popular game. It's been out for quite some time now. However, it's still very popular, so I was just thinking that I would do this because I haven't really had to do very much to record lately. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you want to continue to see this campaign, or do you want to just, go back to what we usually do? So, without further ado, we'll get right into the game. And my goal will be to have this Let's Play be around, if we do play it, each episode will be around 20 minutes. So, right about now, it's, well, for me, I'm 20 minutes away from the end of the hour. That was my phone. But when we hit that point, I will end the episode there. Now, I am hoping that this will be fairly well received on the channel. I hope that you guys like it. If not, don't hesitate to tell me if you just want to, not do this Let's Play, or if you just aren't interested in general. Or give me what do you want to see? I have a lot of games. I could... I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen that cutscene. Yep. Yep, I understand. Alright, so we start off with two provinces, a little bit of cash to start building up. We do start off with a fleet. So I'm going to hope to send this out. Let's see, what's our diplomacy looking like right now? So we do have one hostile tribe, or clan, and they are to our northeast region. So we're going to have to send some troops up there. However, they're relatively heavily fortified, and they do have a stack of troops which could probably come in and assist. So we will need to build up our forces. However, we can take what little army we do have, and I do like to merge up my troops at the very beginning. I will move these guys along the road to get them up to here so that we can merge these two units. These guys will be the ones that I build from, unless, if I'm not mistaken, there's any better recruitment. There are levy infantry here. So, oh wait, there's levy infantry here too. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So I can only build one at a time, so I might as well only click one right now. Don't want to waste any more money per turn than I already need to, because then I can also build construction. I do believe I want to go for, unless... which will give me... I do like to go for a very heavy economy-based game in the very beginning, because it does help drive the war machine forward. I will go for the cottage industry right now, and then the No. I'll increase this town. I'll improve it a little bit too. I will make this... No. Don't want to deal with that right now. Tenant fields, that'll be better. We do have a little bit of extra cash. I could recruit 2 extra levy infantry here, and I think I will do that just so I can help build up my forces a lot quicker, and we're not going to be attacking for a little while longer. We also have a foreign veteran here who will be helping us along the way, so we'll just send him up to our army. He will be training our troops. He'll do that by himself. He won't need any more commands. He'll just follow our army around. He's basically like a advisor for us. However, he doesn't fight for us. Later on, we can gain access to those units since we're Imperial, but for right now, that technology is locked to us. I'm going to go and check out the technology. Our clan development level isn't too high right now. No event messages. Obviously, our objectives. Our armies, fleets, provinces, agents, all that good stuff. Then obviously, game menu. So we can check out our clan development now. So we could go architecture, construction. Although I do like getting this right away. It will give us the ability to do fire arrows. However, I don't think that's going to be very useful to us. However, the bonsai ability is fairly good if used correctly. Better unit replenishment. We're able to get the matchlock troop units, so those are pretty good. We can also then move on to a even better, the shinobi. However, I do believe that the arms deals will be more beneficial to us as of right now. We'll be able to unlock the barracks, which then means revolver cavalry and sharpshooters, which at this stage of the game would be very useful, so I believe I will stick with that for now. Then I think we've done pretty much everything at this point, so we will end the turn there. And these end turns at the very beginning of the game are obviously very long because none of the clans have been eliminated yet. We can see that we have some people down to the southwest of us. I will have to check and see what their relationship is towards us. I didn't actually check to see. But we do have these guys up here. However, they probably won't attack us for a while, I would assume, just based on the fact that they too have a smaller army. However, I don't want to attack them, but obviously before my forces are big enough, because it would be relatively hard to take a fortress at this point in the game, especially when you're dealing with units that are for your first level. I'm not really too concerned about defending these. I'm only at war with one person right now, so I'm really not all too concerned about any potential for my cities to be attacked. I would be fairly likely to see it occur. We can send our boats down here though, and that will give us a good line of sight to see if they are moving their troops forward. We can actually fire at their troops, which will be actually helping us a lot. So over time, they aren't obviously going to be that great. They're just wooden corvettes and gunboats. However, they are still bombarding their troops, which will do casualties over time. We can see that we already did 48 of their men died in their spear levy unit, and their general's guard lost 5. So it's not really that useful, but it could be, I can't remember if that does that automatically for you. But yeah, our units are all trained up. I don't believe I trained anyone here, no. So we can train, or maybe I already moved them up. Train 2 more spear or levy infantry. They do have decently good range for this stage of the game. I mean, given that we're going to be facing, spear levy and some matchlock, I'm not too concerned. They're mostly just melee. I also believe that their town, they are upgrading to a fortress, so yeah, I won't be able to get my units up there in an organized amount before that actually occurs. So it's better at this point for me to just build up my forces and upgrade my technology. No objectives. Yeah, let me check these guys down here. What are they to me? These are the... Where are you? Oh, they're friendly. Okay, and I believe we're... Oh, they're just a vassal. We are trading with these guys. They're indifferent to us. I don't necessarily like that. I do plan on ultimately attacking everyone. We're trading with them too. Alright. Did I already... Yeah, I already did. Alright, so that'll be the end of this turn now, and I will continue on. We've been offered a trade agreement. I will accept that offer. It will just be, you know, I'm not going to try to get any more than I'm already getting, because I just want to make sure that I have a decent base income to deal with. They did move their army up there, so they may be attempting to come around to this city. However, I believe if I push on their city over here, they will eventually come out and attack. But maybe I should move my army to a more middle point until that time. How you got? Yeah, they just want me to capture this, so I can bombard that. I'm gonna Alright, so we damaged their cadet school. Not ideal. I would have preferred to damage something else, but really it's okay. Now I will send up these two. Let's just see if they came around this way. It's not showing anything specifically. I could move these guys up here as well and then move them forward a bit more. Yeah, so there they are. They'll probably attack that unit, and they will probably not survive. Unfortunate, but it's just going to have to happen. If I do move up my unit over here, I can box them in. I don't think they'll be able to get around me based on what I know, and that will be their army eliminated right there, though. So it was good that I caught that, I would say. We'll train up another unit here and send off this unit to go and get ready to reinforce, because we're obviously going to take attrition over the winter. Our troops will die from the cold and lack of resources from being in enemy territory for so long. Quartermaster's report, obviously we've got more troops. Nothing we can really build, nothing that I really want to build either. We're going to be building up our cottage industry soon, which will help our economy, and our tenant fields will also help. Obviously this will be increasing the unhappiness in each of these towns. Yeah, so once this is grown into its final cottage industry, they will be a little less happy than ideal, but I can probably deal with that for right now. Actually, were they? No. I could exempt them from tax and make them more happy, but I really don't have the money to spare to do that right now. So I will just play and see what they do. And naturally the goal would be to, regardless of whether or not they're friendly, I would hope to control this entire peninsula either through vassals or just through conquering it myself. Looks like they were able to move past me. I'm not really sure. Maybe I just misunderstood what they could move there, but either way, we will be able to catch them next turn. I don't want to have my people standing in the enemy territory for too long. I would prefer to just wipe out their army and move back or either push forward, because the longer I wait, the more my troops are going to get damaged from just waiting. So I will tell these guys to just move up to here. They'll probably be able to assist in the battle should it occur. These guys won't be able to, but I can move them pretty close. My main army, or I'll move him up too, and then I can send in my main army to attack. Now, this isn't obviously an overwhelming victory here. However, it is the first battle, so naturally I will play it. Oh, wait. Didn't want to do that. I just want to attack. Not sure what I clicked there. I think I just misclicked, but either way, I will now be fighting the first battle. This should be a relatively easy battle. We outnumber them by 300 without reinforcements. So with reinforcements, we should be able to do fairly well. They do have a hill on their side, Or is that a ditch? I can't remember what the colors mean on this, on Shogun 2. I know Rome, but either way, if this is a hill, they have a hill. If that's a hill, they have a hill. So either way, they do have an advantage from their starting area, whereas I am on more flat level ground that I'll have to either stay at and hope they move towards me, which they probably won't, or I could rush for this ridge right here and try to take parts of it. I don't really know though. Perfect weather, and it's, you know, obviously you always want to go with dry if you get it. So we will group up our units. Well, I don't know if I don't like the grouping system in this game, so I'd rather just move them over to here. Yeah, I like my line infantry to be a little bit more stretched out. That's obviously not like as in obviously firearm infantry, but my spear infantry. At least in Shogun, because it allows for a larger wide attack. Because when you're facing off a infantry unit, which is going to be as skinny as possible, so that they can get as much firing off as possible, obviously, it'll increase the area that your troops have to attack. So, and once you actually reach the enemy, it'll be much better. Not to mention the fact that you do have Gatling guns, cannons, and all that which you really don't want to have your troops be exposed to in clumps, because obviously they would be obliterated if they were in a big blob. I will clump up all my generals on the right side. Maybe I will do a charge with them. I don't really feel like I need to, and I also don't feel that it's a wise move at this stage. So either way, I'm going to start the battle.
Prepare to attack, sir.
Fairly basic layout. I'm just going to rush my troops forward. Boom. And then, let's see. Then my 2 reinforcement units, where are they coming from? They're coming from back there. Alright, so I could just go and say, I'll have them wait. Or, you know what, I'll have them push up. I'll have them go like this. I'll send 2 of my infantry units over here. And 1 of my infantry units over here. So that if they do get charged, I will have a nice amount of troops to send in. You are not moving. I will send you over here. These troops just came in as well. I'll just have them increase the line here. And then I will move up my generals. I'll move 1 general over here, 1 general here, and 1 general here. I like that layout. It gives each area will have its own area of influence from a general, at least relatively. I'll obviously adjust the line once all my troops get there as well. And there's the enemy force. Now, they don't have any long-range troops except for the matchlock and the line infantry, which we greatly outnumber them in. So we should be able to just advance our line once we get into position, and we should be relatively okay. Alright, they lined up perfect. Let's see here. Our line infantry could be adjusted a little bit. You'll go right there instead. You will go right there. Then these line infantry will go right there. I don't like using perfect formation, just because it's a little bit more complex. I don't feel it's not necessary to waste time on, especially when you're in the middle of a battle. So yeah, I think we will just send up our first line of infantry. Don't want to get them in there. Alright. So, we'll move forward to about midfield. We'll see if they want to engage us. Oh, hang on. Don't want that. We'll see if they want to engage us. If not, we'll just keep pushing forward from that point. The next 3 troop units will just move up to this ridge. We will have the 1 unit hide behind here. We will have 2 units wait a little bit back. That's only 1. We will send in. Alright, which way are you going? Alright, we'll have you up here, you here, and you here. That should be all of our troops moving. So we'll see how that works out. Naturally, they could send out their cavalry to charge us. However, I could just stop the line and have them fire, which would obviously do a lot of damage, and it could potentially kill their general. The AI does tend to be a little bit reckless with their generals sometimes, but then there's also times where they're very careful with their generals. It just depends on how they think they're going to do in the battle. So really, my goal here is to wipe out all of their forces. However, I don't wipe out all their forces. I mean, obviously it'll be okay. Any victory here would obviously see the end of their ability to really fight back, as they only, I believe, have 1 city, and that's not enough to rebuild an entire army when I'm already pumping out more units. This episode will probably go a little longer because of the battle. I could cut it off here, but I don't want to cut out the first battle, naturally. So, looks like our troops are finally getting into position. Let's see, how are these going to line up? They look like they're going to be okay. Still a little bit out of range. So, advance these 2 units forward. Advance these 3 just a little bit before that. Close the distance a little bit. They will be firing on us before we are. However, I'm really okay with that just because of a numbers advantage. If it was any other situation, I would not go with that basic method. But given the circumstances, I think I'm pretty much okay. We'll have a general back there. I think you're all moving, right? Yeah. So I can move this general up to here and this general up to here without any real worries of them being injured or killed. Because either way, it wouldn't be very beneficial at this stage of the game to have to recruit another general, even if they're one of my extra ones. Obviously, our main general here is leading the charge. I believe he's our best general. I haven't checked otherwise, but yeah, you can see there the line just got shredded. We dropped about 20 or so men, a little bit less. And I believe all my troops are on fire at will. Yeah, they're on fire at will. So we will just be tearing through their lines right now. There's not very much they can do about it at this stage, just because they're out of range. I will tell our right 3 units to push the attack, or at the very least, this doesn't look too great. They're coming at us with a... Or wait, oh, no. I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. I just told all the units to move, which I think you all saw. I can tell them to go into melee mode, and I can also send in my troops once they engage. I can also send in my bodyguard, however, I don't feel that's necessary at this point in time. I can send in my melee to assist in this issue. What are you? Just another unit of... Alright, just come up here. So we are engaged over here. I will tell my troops to come on in. Have these troops flank around. Have these troops... I'll have them move up. I don't want them to interfere here. I believe my troops here can be on melee mode. That should be okay. They're steady. I'll move up my generals just to make sure they're getting combat influence. They are sending in another wave of... Alright, so that's not very good right there. They did get 2 good charges off on me. However, their general is wavering, I'm going to send in my general to combat theirs. I will now send in this blob of units to go and melee assault on the other general. We are losing men here. Obviously not the best situation. I will send in my general to charge, and I will send in this general to charge.
A unit is running from the battlefield, sir.
Obviously our melee needs to get involved in this. I'm not sure why they weren't involved. I thought I gave them the order to attack. Our melee unit's looking okay. We just need to continue to push on the enemy here, which we are not currently doing for whatever reason. Our general's bodyguard isn't looking too great. However, we're steady, but even if we're losing slightly. Alright, tell these guys to finish off them. They're just a bunch of spear levy, so we should be okay there. Taking a little bit more of
Your men are routing, sir.
taking more casualties than I would have liked.
Your general has shaken the morale of the men, sir.
Alright, so our general did break there.
The loss of your general has shaken the morale of the men, sir.
Yeah, that's okay. It's been a while since I played this.
Victory is assured, sir.
Yeah, so lost 2 generals. I believe I lost 2 generals. Chase them down. Don't let them escape. No, continue. Alright, hold your fire. Don't fire. You don't fire. Oh, wait, you can't fire. You continue to chase them down. These guys. Alright, good. Good. So I definitely took more casualties there than I would have liked. Like I said, I haven't played this in that long. I do understand like the basics of the game. I'm pretty advanced Total War player. It's just, you know, obviously I haven't played Total War Shogun 2 in quite some time. However, we will end the battle there. And we come in with a close victory. I don't really agree with that. I think we had it pretty readily right there. You know, obviously could have done a lot better there. But like I said, you know, it's been a while. But naturally, that will obviously improve as I pump out more of these episodes and get them out to you guys. Also, I don't know how many troops they do have left. I'm pretty sure it will show up at the end of this loading screen. But right after the end of this, it will be the end of the episode. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see this series more. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not sure how you guys really will feel about it. But if you want to see some more of it, naturally, just let me know. And that way I will continue doing it. So yeah, we deployed 1,500 men. We lost around half of them. So definitely not the best work for every one of their men. They basically killed one of ours. Naturally, I would like that to go a lot farther down. If I were playing Empire Total War, if you want to see that instead, let me know down in the comments as well. I do have Empire Total War. I think you guys will enjoy this Let's Play, though. But if you want to see Empire Total War as well, we can definitely do that. But we did kill the majority of their force. They only have 95 troops remaining. We will see if that will kill their army. Alright. So no, it did not finish them off. However, we'll just do that really quick. And we will auto-resolve that battle. And obviously you can see their numbers going down pretty significantly. We're losing a bit more, but we did lose 2 units. However, those were more basic units, so they can be replaced. We didn't lose the line infantry. And so that's really it. Their army is gone, and we are now free to move in relatively on their capital building. We don't necessarily have the forces to do that. I would by no means say that we're ready to push their capital city. However, we can begin to create more units. This unit is actually ready to be sent out, and we can also create. Oh, there's another unit here. We can create 2 more units here. Or maybe not, we don't have enough funds. But either way, guys, that's it for this episode. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know you want to see more of this Let's Play. And I will see you guys next time.